today we'll be talking about ecosystems. So ecosystems are actually defined as a sort of say set of organisms which live in an environment, and also the ecosystems involve interactions among these organisms. So firstly, we'll look at what actually ecosystems are consist of, what they consist of. There's this sort of hierarchy or pyramidal shape. So at the bottom there are species, and then there's population, then community, which then lives in a habitat, and at the top is ecosystem. A species is one type of organism which can interbreed, and they live in the same environment. And when they live in the same environment, at the same time they create a population, which then create a community, which then live in habitat and form ecosystem. So these populations actually have a set of needs, which are defined as ecological niche. They can either be fundamental or realized. Fundamental are actually conditions in which a species could survive, or population, and realized are actually the real conditions in which a population actually lives. And another important thing about populations are their interactions or relationships, as I mentioned here. So there are different types of interactions. Firstly, there's competition for resources, then there's predation, where a predator kills the prey, then there's herbivory, where an animal actually kills a plant. Then there's also parasitism and mutualism, which have an umbrella term for symbiosis, which is kind of beneficial for at least one of them. In case of parasitism and mutualism, it's actually a symbiosis where both parties benefit and neither are at a loss. And what is important is actually to look at how these populations change over time. There are two types of curves that represent this. Those are the S-curve and the J-curve. So S-curve is actually for larger organisms, which reproduce at a slower rate, and J-curve is for the smaller ones, which reproduce at a higher rate. CC here is actually carrying capacity, or the amount of or number of organisms which an environment can sustainably support. So in the case of S-curve, the population numbers actually stabilize at the CC due to the resistance of the system. And for J-curve, they go into an overshoot, they exceed carrying capacity and then go to a dieback, meaning that their numbers actually reduce at a very high speed, and as I said, whelp at the end. So this was like a very, very short video on ecology and ecosystems, which I needed to revise for my ESS exam. So I hope I helped at least a little bit. Please do feel free to comment down below, and peace.
Oh, how the tables have it.